Hello and welcome to Thursday Night Fading Suns. I'm JM. We are Iconic Production and we are running this for Ulisses Spiele. Fading Suns is a science fantasy, medieval speculative science fiction game that we are currently enjoying and delving in. We are continuing Operation Ravenwatch tonight, but we wanted to take just kind of an aside and let you know that we have character art now for all of the Oh Boy crew. This is all done by Simi of Doom, who you can follow her on Twitter. You can follow her on Instagram. We have the link apparently somewhere in the Twitterverse or Twitch stream that our producer has put up. But follow her. Her art is amazing. You can see Captain Calypso and Jexa and Alestra and Gemma and Gregor, who has a larger following than I assumed he did.
Gregor.
So, you know. But unfortunately, we're not going to be playing with those characters tonight, all save Gemma, who is off on her own with... How would you describe your squad? If you could pick one adjective.
Unruly.
Rambunctious?
Ooh, that's good.
That doesn't make me feel as problematic as I might be.
Problematic was the first one that came to mind.
Confused about whatever you happen to be doing in that moment.
You really know how to build someone's spirits up. Thank you.
Welcome.
So,
you're a good leader.
Actually, Gemma's really stepped into the squad leader role. So,
Squad.
SK...
WAD.
WAD. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that my GM notes are concurrent with all...
And depending on how long you drag it out, the A's just increase.
Squad. So squad.
So when we last left off, the group had made it. You guys discovered the Face Stealer and dealt with it in a kind of throat slitty, punchy sort of way.
I ate a lot of radiation.
You ate a lot of radiation. I'm sure that's going to be fine and won't come back to bite you. You managed to keep the guns from firing on the Stigmata fleet, which allowed your Grand Master to actually sit down with the Admiral of the fleet and figure out what was going on, explain the situations, and mainly thanks due to a lot of your actions, was able to prove that you're at least allowed through the Stigmata gate. Coming back is generally still up in the air. So you guys have all gathered up. Oh, and Harmonia definitely found some more of those little cranial control and detonation devices. So
2 heads are better than 1, right?
Yeah, that's how Ettins work.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I just figured enough radiation. Boop.
Sweet. I will put down on the list of things to do to your character, stitch on another head.
Stitch on.
So, you guys made it through the Stigmata Gate, and you were heading towards Absolution. You came into the atmosphere, and you saw the plateau that is the top of Mount Santabella, where Sister Isabella self-immolated fighting the symbiotes. And again, there's not a lot of public knowledge on the symbiotes. You know sort of what they are. They are in the most harsh of the Imperial propaganda. They're an infection that spreads through a planet, consuming human tissue and turning it into symbiote tissue.
Cozy.
Yes.
I feel like we're at a debriefing in Sophia.
Yes, Becca?
Would you classify symbiote tissue and flesh as gelatinous?
Organic, inorganic.
Or,
it's definitely organic. It is very...
Are we talking the blob, or
No.
are we talking like
We're talking
muscle and
and
flesh
tissue. I would say, The Thing comes to mind. I don't know if you've seen that. John Carpenter's The
The
Thing.
tart dude. No, anyway.
Definitely leaning into that. So,
Okay.
if that's not something you've seen, we need to add that to the list. But standing on the top of the plateau of Mount Santabella was not Isabella, thankfully,
Ercol.
or was the
She did.
the people who sent the initial message. No, instead you do see, as we described last time, a blonde-haired, blonde-bearded man with blue eyes that sort of lock on yours as your ship comes in, and it.
I did not see this. Okay. Continue.
And as you land, he kind of flicks his sword, and blood comes flying off of it. And when it lands on the ground, it sort of hisses. The sword seems sort of inviolate.
I have sword envy.
It's your
Yeah, you do.
pleasure.
Again, Philosophia did not see this, so she will not comment all the things that are going through Becca's brain. You're welcome.
Your pilot looks around. You want me to put it down there?
I don't know where else, so yes.
All right. They kind of sweep in. Turbines spin, and flames just lick part of the plateau, burning away the symbiote matter. And it lands, and you're kind of hanging out the side of the door. And he kind of hovers over the top, giving you about a 3-foot jump.
I'll hop out.
Me too.
Because we're like actually disembarking, right? Okay.
Yeah, you both break your ankle. I'm just kidding. You managed to make the leap, though.
Thank
Hit the
you.
ground. Yeah, you're welcome. This guy sheathes his sword and starts walking over to you. He's wearing what were probably at one point white robes.
I hop down, adjusting to the new weight and feel.
You got an itch in there?
No, it's just different.
Right.
All
Alright, I'll start walking towards the guy.
Yeah, I'll walk towards him. It's just a little like, oh, this is different.
That is different.
Greetings. Take it you got our message.
We did.
Our message?
Or your message. She's trying to be a smartass.
Do you have enough cargo capacity for 80 people to get them off planet?
80.
That's all that's left that I've been able to gather.
Yes. I will go before has the plane left?
Nope.
I will calm the pilot and say there are 80 survivors. We're gonna need to make sure we have space for 80,
all right.
84.
We only said 80. JM held us to that.
80 more.
There we go, 80 more people.
Right, I'll head back up to...
I'm gonna go with him.
Master Theophana will get another couple of the dropships down here. We'll be
Perfect.
ready.
Okay.
And you are?
I am Sister Gemma.
Yes, of the battle order.
Yes.
I recognize you from my visions. And
Wait, you have visions too?
Of course. Just how I saw and knew that you were coming here. They have plagued me for several months now.
We should compare.
Anything else you want to say before I jump into this conversation?
Before we ruin it.
Philosophia.
Interesting. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
She's gonna be like very flourish. Justia.
Ah, Justia. Excellent. As the gunship has now taken off and the four of you are standing there, there is a huge explosion and the gunship just disappears.
Oh,
I
Ball
knew
of
it!
fire.
Harmonia was not on that, was she?
As you look around, you don't see Harmonia.
Oh, crap.
I say something that most sister battles should not ever say. Quite loudly and
Bork, perhaps.
Bork.
A little blasphemy.
But louder and much more vehement.
Comrades is acceptable in these circumstances. That does not seem...
Awesome.
No, I'm gonna try and calm Theophana. Can we get through?
You can.
Theophana,
What happened?
I don't know. The jump ship took off to come tell you that there's 80 survivors, and then it blew up.
We just... I'm glad to see that or hear from you. Did all of your squad make it? We just saw that the dropship.
We're not sure about
disappeared.
Harmonia.
Do you think this is a new act of sabotage or leftover from the
I think leftover, but we should remain vigilant.
ever vigilant? I will... 80, you said?
80.
Get him to the mountaintop.
We can do that.
All right, and we'll take it. We're going to go over all of the dropships before we send them down. It may
Please
be
do.
several hours before we're ready.
Okay.
I'm really
Philosophia that I heard that.
Bork.
That is your commander? The head of your order?
Well, yes.
Commander, is she the head of the order?
Who are
She's
you?
the head of the...
What are you with?
I am Ercol. I'm with myself and the survivors of Absolution.
And who taught you the fancy sword moves?
I have trained all my life.
Wait.
7 years in the mountain.
That's for you, Ben.
I've trained with several of the dueling and the fencing masters that were here on Absolution before the invasion. Ercol, not Ercol.
And
For those of you following along at home, it's Ercol.
And you had visions of
Her?
that stuff, Gemma?
I had visions of her about a week ago. I was standing here. That is where I knew that the transmission would get through. And it was more than a week ago. Time is strange here.
Awesome. It's a little wobbly.
Maybe wiggling.
No, it is just
Timey-wimey.
we have spent many days and weeks underground running for our lives from the symbiotes. It is hard to keep track of things like how many days it has been when you're not sure if you're sleeping that night.
That makes more sense.
Should we begin evacuating people now? It's probably going to be several hours till we get another ship.
It is about 45 minutes down the mountain if you can keep up. And then
If.
then we will have to go and hit several of we're spread out among several points in the city. I came up here to ensure
First one
that
down gets the coin.
only I was
You realize you're
risked
about to trip
if my
anyway.
visions turned out to be
He says, I'm not going to do something to you.
untrue.
I'm really glad you two are having a heart-to-heart right now.
It's beautiful.
Staring deeply into each other's eyes as you are. But yeah, sounds good. Let's get the survivors. Let's get back here. 45 minutes down the mountain. No problem.
You two seem exceptionally cocky.
No, I am fairly certain that this is where I'm going to die. I have...
Should that be the case, I will carry your spirit back to the Empire for you.
I appreciate that.
I like him.
I'm not sure about you. No, I'm just kidding.
And when you do, there's someone I want you to hit.
I will do what I can.
I appreciate that.
Don't do it. It's me.
Do the letters A, B, U, and number 008 mean anything to you?
Yes, they're an agricultural unit. Agricultural Unit 2. It's where several of our people are hiding.
Okay. Is that where one of your visions were?
Yes.
Do we gotta get there first?
I don't know, I just had a vision of it.
Vision of it happening, or vision of it like people dying there?
No,
Or
just a vision of people behind the door, I thought.
Cool, let's go.
Yeah, hiding behind a metal door.
We should be quite careful. Absolution was abandoned for a good reason. The fact that you are willing to risk yourself for us is noble.
Yeah,
Do they burn?
I had a choice.
Yes.
Great.
Well, shall we?
Yeah. Maybe we should race. I'm gonna cross myself as we head out.
How about we just try to get down to the floor 45 minutes?
It's fine. You're welcome to race. It's not like I had planned for that. All right. So, Gemma, you're the squad leader. What are your orders?
Yeah, leader, lead us.
I'll just say we head out, but we're gonna follow Ercol's lead because we don't know this terrain or planet or the symbiotes. I mean, I know what we encountered on Limbus, but I don't know.
And those were not exact. They were symbiote-like. Yes.
Right, but that's my only experience. That's the only thing I know.
Okay.
But I'm keeping an eye out.
All right. Then go ahead and give me a perception plus observe roll as you guys come down the mountain.
Everyone or just her?
You're welcome to do one as well, unless you are more
Focused.
focused
No.
on winning the race.
No.
All right.
I'm fairly certain I'm about to die, so.
Kind of won.
Perception plus observe. I increase that.
Did you crit?
No.
Oh.
It was just her first successful observation. All right. So
You gotta
this is
celebrate the little things, guys.
so. The more VP you spend, the more information you will get as you head down.
Okay.
And Ercol does take the lead, drawing his sword and heading down the mountain.
Flame gun!
I'm gonna stand behind her.
Maybe to the side.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Okay,
so
guys.
where are you standing, I guess?
I'll stand on an outer edge. I'll be nice. I'm not a complete dummy.
Okay, but are you in the middle
Where are
of the
you?
group? Yeah.
Probably like toward the front and then an outer
Okay,
edge.
here's
Other side of Ercol.
Sure.
you, Gemma.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm in the rear.
Okay. All right. How many VPs are you all spending?
I failed.
I'll spend 6.
Quite
I'm
beautiful.
observing Ercol.
Effortless action for you. 0 VP required.
Yeah, it is. 6. I'll dump 4 onto that.
All right, so you all notice in your briefings you saw Absolution, especially here around Mount Santabella, pretty industrialized. It was heavily terraformed. There is a city sitting at the base of the mountain. There are indications now that there is a city at the base of the mountain, but it looks as if not so much a forest, but some sort of alien forest, for lack of a better term.
Flora.
Yeah, alien flora has reclaimed 98% of it. Like, you can still see some buildings. The church, like the cathedral, is basically untouched. Most of the walls have been torn down. But you can see remnants that kind of give you a sketch to orient your mental image of this city. And Ercol is is leading you down. So that's what you all see. It is for as strange of a vista as it is a kind of a beautiful descent from on high. You two notice that this path down the mountain, at several points, enters into different, very narrow ravines or canyons, where it doesn't look like this was ever designed for a lot of people to be here, if that makes sense. Like this is a hiked path. There are points where you can see where they've used like ferrocrete to make stairs, but for the most part, this is just a mountain path. You do both see right about where the timberline starts off, in and about the paths, several very large scaled birds take off and go flying, their cries kind of echoing up and down the pass.
Okay.
And Justia, as you kind of descend down the mountain, you start to see tracks that are definitely not human.
Okay.
They look like they might be humanoid, and they're very strange. They're none of them are really identical, if that makes sense. Some of them are biped. Some of them look like they still might have parts of boots that are leaving treads, and then large padded like where toes would be. It's just like 3 or 4 large pads. Sometimes you definitely see, it's not so much triped, but there's definitely like foot, large circle of some sort. And then 15 or 20 feet away, foot, the large circle again.
Okay. And is this like on the path or just by
This is
it?
on the path.
Okay.
Yeah, you also see little footprints, like human-sized, barefoot, that walked up.
In what direction are these weird footprints heading?
Down, for the most part.
And they started at tree line, or did I notice on the whole path?
They started about halfway between the tree line and the top of the mountain. Ercol is barefoot. Maybe say it. I will never forgive you. I'm going to take favorable rolls against Gemma all night. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, my question was, like, she dumped 6, and I was thinking of adding, like, dumping an additional 4. Was it 6 for her and 4 for me?
It was
like
6 for, yeah.
It's
It's
separate,
individual rolls, so that's why I tiered up the
Oh, well then I don't
explanations.
know that I would have dumped that much, but okay. Okay.
All right. Ercol says, we must be careful when we enter the forest. It is their demands. Place of power. Home. Okay.
Did you mean domain?
No. That is a different word. All right.
It's writing it on your arm.
All right. So as you enter the forest, almost immediately, everything goes dark. Right. The fronds and branches of the trees are not like what you are used to in the Empire, right? Where light kind of they're translucent. Light kind of breaks up, but it still moves through. These almost look fleshy. And it very quickly, like within maybe 100 yards from entering the forest, everything is like as dark as you've entered a cave, or at night with no stars or moon.
Does my sword give off light?
Sure. A soft, what color glow?
Honeydew.
It definitely does not go. Honeydew. It just.
I have a blessed mist sword. What did you just write down? Favorable rolls against Sophia?
Listen, I have notes. I'm allowed to take notes too.
Can I turn on a light, or is that going to attract things?
I have left torches here. I will be honest, any light will attract them, but it is better to find them and face them in the light than it is to allow the darkness in.
My sword isn't as special. It doesn't glow.
What color is Philosophia's mist sword?
Well, I was trying to decide. I mean, her hair is lime, but I don't feel like her sword matches that.
Is it perhaps lemon?
Maybe a little misty. Sierra.
Not sponsored by.
Actually, I am going to go with kind of a silvery light. Kind of straightforward.
So like kind of like moonlight on the mist, sort of. Okay. And your Jexa light.
It has a couple different colors. I just stick with standard white.
I assume
I don't know that a Jexa has shown all different colors yet. There is one that flashes.
Yeah.
I was just flicking through all the colors.
So that when
There is one
when Gemma finally goes to another one of count.
We can never go back to his
Relative
parties.
party. All right. So and Ercol, like you hear like this like a clicking noise, and eventually a torch kind of springs to light. He holds a torch in one hand and the sword in the other. All right. You move through the forest. The path is still very easy to follow. The noises that you hear are very strange. They tend to be a lot deeper, and they tend to be a lot fleshier than what you would assume from animals in the forest.
How does an animal sound fleshier?
Thinking the exact same thing.
Explain that, please.
Does it squelch?
There's a lot of squelching. But like a deep rumbling squelch. You start to hear like the snapping of branches, like the swishing of like what you assume the branches would sound like if they were like flopping back into place.
I think we might have company, guys. What side do I hear it on? Left, right, front, back?
Yes.
Crap. Well,
I turn around.
I shine my light in the canopy.
Okay.
I do these.
Yes.
I don't think yoga is one of the things that Gemma partakes in daily.
Ercol is right there to kind of like support your back.
Yeah, he is.
oh my gosh. We knew it.
Stop
Dead
making
for
marks.
together.
What are you doing over there?
There's a reason the screen is here. My notes and dice are on this side of it.
Yeah, but she
Terror on the other side.
embodies her character too much. Just punch it. Wait, what?
You see something dart across the path.
Yeah, we got
Behind us.
company.
You see something let go
Ah!
and lands sort of right in the middle of you. It is the thing you've been tracking-ish. It has it is about twice the size of a normal human, which means it's basically got like this much on you. Kind of
Right.
arch back. Its back is armored in like very heavy organic plates. It has one arm that ends in a number of tubes, and the other arm is just like a double segmented, like fleshy stump, and it lands on all three.
Oh.
And that's when the ones from the side come rushing in.
Really glad that I'm facing another direction.
Yep,
This
there's
is-
one coming down the path at you. Another one of
Right.
you start to hear the like pat pat thump, pat pat thump, and there's something moving down the path towards you. So, as I made the mistake of making you all battle order, the one in the middle has initiative. Is one of you stealing it from him?
Question: are there more coming toward me from the side?
Yes.
How many?
You can see that there are about a half dozen on either side rushing towards you. There's the
Okay.
big one in the middle of you, and there's the big one rushing Justia.
Justy or Gemma?
Or Philosophia.
Philosophia. Okay.
So Philosophia is in a big gorilla tube man sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Excellent.
Just where she
description.
wants to be.
Thank you, because I was like, how do I say this on kid-friendly TV?
How can we turn it into a hamper metaphor?
Well,
Chat, I assume you're on it.
I need a minute to think. Because I feel like it would not
Cool,
be a
then
good idea
it'll
to
go.
explain this guy.
I'll go. I don't want to charge out, so I guess I'll
Do the middle guy. So I can flame the
do
outside
the middle
guys.
guy.
Yep. So I can flame the outside guys. Just keep moving. Just keep moving.
I will attempt to hit him.
Remind me to tell you about... Never mind. Just remind me to tell you. All right, you're attempting to hit the one in the
Yeah,
middle.
I'm gonna go ahead and search.
Okay.
Does Ercol look like he's getting ready to like?
Oh, he has dropped the torch, and his left foot has sort of made a half circle behind him, and he is facing the other 6.
Okay. Then I'm gonna surge. Okay. So, what would it be? It would be strength plus melee.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get our searches back?
Yes.
Yes. 14. I'm gonna add 5 to make it 19. Oh, with a 1.
Success.
So I was successful.
You were successful. All right, you hit it.
Sweet.
First attack is always a blind bed. These things look really armored. Really, like...
And it's 1-to-1.
It's 1-to-1, and it's... Well, you have... Yeah, it's 1-to-1, and you've got... like, what's... For example, what is your resistance right now?
Well, that's the question, because I leveled up.
So it's just still based off your armor.
Not leveled up. I changed armor.
Oh.
And I realized I needed to use 1 less because my sword gives me an extra. So I don't know what resistance.
Give me a
is.
second. I'll
No
tell you
worries.
right now.
But I'm gonna. Should I do 8? Or should I go higher?
So, for example, your what they have given you is what is your current resistance?
7.
Right. So you have 8 resistance.
I'll spend 10.
Okay. 10 is what their resistance is at.
Dang.
Oh, dang.
All right, cool.
That's
So you hit it, bringing your blade across.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like? It's not dead, but
I want to slash across its chest and end, maybe hit some of the dangly tubey things.
okay. So you hit it. This viscous fluid sort of kind of like sloughs out.
Okay.
And then it kind of breathes and it sucks it back
Ew.
in. It's wounded. It's not bleeding though. However, you do clip one of the tubes on the end of its arm and it starts leaking this silver fluid that when it hits the ground starts hissing and it's just dirt and it seems to be eating, like just consuming the dirt.
Noted.
To self, don't get that on her.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna say Philosophia goes next.
So pull out my shield. 'Cause yikes. And then I'm going to move forward and engage the one that is running down towards me.
Okay. You kind of catch it right as it lands on 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it's going to try and bring its...
Mm-hmm. Cool. This is strength plus
Melee.
melee.
Mm-hmm.
And that was not the one I wanted to add. That was the one I wanted to add one too. Excellent. I couldn't remember what I used to do things, so you know. Ooh, lovely. All right. I will go ahead and spend the 10.
What was the base damage that you did? I apologize.
Oh, base damage is 6.
Spent 10 to overcome its resistance.
Yep.
My impact is 7.
All right. Where'd you hit it?
As it was... I will have brought the sword up. Like, I have the shield up to take its impact onto it, and I raised my sword up, and went down on the arm that is coming
The big.
around.
Okay. You normally don't
club.
feel impact
Right.
with a mistblade, but this, it feels as if there's something solid there. You also know that this thing, its head kind of, like, it looked like it had this, like, armored, like, nodule at the top of its bone plates that came up. And what happens is you actually see the head is down here. This is, like, the top of its neck, and it rears up and it screams and hisses in your face. It seems very angry at you. Who's going next?
Justia, so she can flame everything.
Okay.
Guys,
All right, I know you have been waiting for this forever. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I hope the
Everything's
dice work.
Fine.
Okay. Well, I want to use my flame gun.
Yep.
All of our armor's flame resistant, right?
Question:
Only if it says it is.
am I allowed to throw a grenade and use the flame gun?
No.
Okay.
Choose your explosive wisely.
Right.
By the way, explosive. Horrendous.
I am going
They have a
to.
vitality, or they have a VP cash if they hit that they get to spend on damage. Like
All right.
explosives do, in addition to what you roll.
So I'm going to use the flame gun, and can I use Gunstorm with the flame gun?
What does Gunstorm do?
Bad things.
So, whole story. Lose initiative edge if you have it. Attempt a shoot skill attack. If successful, and your gun's rate of fire is 2 or more. Never mind, can't do
Yep.
it.
Nope.
Should have read that part. Okay, here we go. Yes, 12. I needed 19.
All right. Which flame gun do you have?
I have the blessed flame gun.
All
I
right.
have blessed mist sword, so hey.
Okay, so you totally catch one.
Sweet.
Roll your damage. Or how much are you spending to overcome their resistance? These ones look like
Not as meaty.
heptapods. They've got 7 limbs. Like 4 on one side, 3 on the other. It doesn't, like, it's not natural.
Yeah.
And they all end in very vicious pincers.
I will
Pincers.
spend all 12 points.
All right, you definitely overcome their resistance.
Sweet.
What's
their
their
resistance?
resistance?
These ones are 5.
Oh. Didn't need to spin that many.
It's an odd number? No, I guess, sorry. That makes sense.
Okay. So you I'm not even trying. Increase the resistance. You hit it.
Great.
And what's the damage on your gun?
So I have a 5 with a 3 in parentheses.
So that's because it catches things on fire. All right. So she catches one of these things right in the face, and this gout of flame shoots into the forest. The tree trunks you actually see, they sort of bend away from the flame, and it catches one of these things, and this it just hits the ground, and now there's light that it is casting off.
There's more light.
There's now more light.
Oh, this could have been a terrible idea. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still really excited.
Who's going next?
Okay, so we have
What?
Ercol left on our
Wits are higher than mine.
Ouch!
Send out some of the big guys.
She went right
Yeah,
for the throat.
well-
I did.
We'll let a bad guy go. We have a lot of bad guys to get through.
Which bad guy?
Um,
What?
we'll do the one that's in the middle of our party.
All right.
Right.
Okay, guys, if I die tonight, I will die happy.
It's really all
Of course,
that
we
I.
had to kill off the healer.
It turns and it sprays
Ew.
the two of you with this.
I'm not by her.
It's in the middle of you. And it's a half arc.
Okay, it gets Ercol then.
It-
Okay.
It does.
Ercol.
Ercol.
Not Ercol.
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 All right.
I'm just kidding.
I still got these.
So I will double that. All right. Who has the highest resistance among you?
I have an 11.
All right. All right. He matches your resistance.
Rude.
Are you gonna up it?
Yeah, I'll up it by 3.
All right. So he will match that as well and hit all of you with this spray.
Ew.
It smells highly.
We're not dead yet. Stop that.
It smells very alcoholic. Wrong type of alcohol. This is the finest that will make you go blind. But you each will take. You will each take 7 vitality from it, and it will pick its buddy to go.
Which buddy?
The other big one.
Okay. I was gonna say, there's a lot of buddies.
Buddy.
Are you my buddy?
All right, so I got. Your body resistance is
9 with this.
Do I have the biggest body resistance?
Because you make things go boom.
You know what?
I do.
It swings down
Mm-hmm.
with its thumper arm, and it catches your shield, and it just kind of slides off.
Ew.
It's because I already cut it there once.
Yeah, and because one of the neat things is you can always save your victory point chips in the purse. All right, it's going to pick Ercol to go, and he will. You can smell like the back, like the stuff. It's caustic, so you can see like the back of his neck is sort of like blistering. His robes are smoking. He does not seem to react, and he goes running into the group with the little.
He runs away. Deuces, guys. I'm out.
You guys had to turn on your lights.
I asked him if I
know.
could. He said I
He
could.
definitely was. He was pro light.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Pro light? Light pro.
All right, so he's gonna spend. He cuts one of the 3 down on his side.
Yes. Ooh, do I see it?
All right. Well, we're just gonna continue with the swarm. 2 of them miss Ercol. The other 2 come charging in. 3 are going to charge Gemma.
What's I say to that?
All right. 1 hits, but does no damage.
Okay.
1 will hit and 9 for your body resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to up it?
Make him spend this, maybe. Sure. I up it by 3.
All right, you will take 4 points of damage as it runs up. One of them runs up and like leaps on you, and
No.
you just hear the as it.
It's new armor.
Yeah, it puts 7 legs worth of scratches on your new armor. The other one,
Jackson can
He did.
hammer that out.
the other one,
Is he still on my back?
no, he fell to the ground. When he lands on his back, you see there are a ton of other little legs kind of like crouched up, and they kind of unfold and it rolls itself back. The other one hits you for the 4, kind of rears back and claws you in the face. The last one, however, as you're distracted, excuse me,
That's
bites you in your hip and crits.
ouch.
So it's going to do the 4. It's going to do 8 points of damage to you.
How can we heal you?
2 of them are coming for you.
Who?
Me.
1 missed. The other one will hit. It's like 11. It's like punching a wall. Who made this character? It will hit you. It will spend the 11.
I'll
You up,
spend
Nick?
2.
All right, it will do 4 points of damage to you.
Okay.
And then I believe that's all the attacks. Right?
There's still 3 guys. I don't really want to tell you that. But there's
Oh,
still
I do
3
appreciate
guys.
that. They attack you.
Modesty doesn't make it.
Should have learned that on 13th Age Night. One of them hits for 5, and I don't think that I want to spend
Does he?
the points. You feel something kind of hit into you,
Mm-hmm.
knocks you a little bit off balance,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing.
You gonna up it?
Yeah, I kind of want to up it.
No, I'm not spending I'm not trying to overcome your resistance with just 5
Oh.
chips. I rolled.
Okay.
I didn't roll high enough.
Oh, okay.
okay.
I got some victory chips, but not a lot.
Okay.
All right, so these guys still have the initiative at the start of the new round.
Unless they want to give it to one of us.
You guys steal it, so I'm just going to keep it and make you steal it.
You could just,
No.
give it to us.
No.
Fine, I'll go. Because Maddie's deep in thought. How badly damaged does this guy look in front of me with 7? Okay. I will turn to the little ones and hit one of them.
Okay.
And I missed.
That one that threw you off balance. You kind of try and bring your mist sword around it, and as you bring it back, you definitely thump into something behind you.
Okay. Boom.
Who's going next?
Gemma?
Okay, so for Montauk stuff, can you spend the vitality after you roll?
The VP? Yes, but it's only for hand-to-hand. It's not for
Yeah.
swords.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if they're on my face, I'm gonna flip the blade and just start punching.
Okay.
Because then I get 2 attacks.
You can, as long as you're punching.
Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
Flip the blade. Okay. 8 and 7 is 16? No, 15. No. Neat. Rolled 1.
You're taking the little ones?
Yeah. So I don't think I can hit.
Their resistance is only...
She doesn't have anything.
Oh.
I don't have anything.
Do you have a surge that you would like to spend?
I am going to inspire you. Get up, squad leader! And I'll give you... How many can I give you? Any? Number?
I forget what it is.
First, divvy up VP. Do.
It doesn't. There isn't a count on
Alright,
it.
take all 4.
Okay. So that gives me 5. What's their resistance?
5.
5.
So I would still need more to hit.
Nope, 5 will get you
okay.
their resistance.
Okay. Then I will punch.
All right, how much damage does your punch do?
I don't know.
Mine's a 2.
Then, yeah, it's a 2.
Okay. Then it does 2.
And you have to make a second attack?
No, because I don't have enough VP to spend.
Ah, all right.
To
You
do
punch
a
this
second
thing
attack.
right
Maybe
in
more.
its
No, it's okay.
Beady little face.
beady little face, and you definitely feel something you punch through kind of the outer carapace, and then it's like just soft all the way until you kind of pull back. It's still up, but it's not happy.
Let's split this up. I'll pick one of the little guys over by Justine and Philosophia to go.
Okay.
Unless they want to interrupt. Oh wait, you can't.
So there's basically 2 groups of 5 now. They're really weak.
Yeah, the one's not near me.
Yeah, that's
The one's
nice.
near me.
All right, so
Please, not near me.
so here are the ones on
How do we get your vitality?
you.
We have to have a healer. We have to take a
I
rest
have
for me
I
to
was
heal.
gonna say I have remedy, but I don't have anything that just.
Nope. Bork.
One of them hits you.
Okay.
And we'll spend the 11 to overcome your resistance.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and surge.
Yes, I have that as well.
And so my surge gives me 17. Do I need to use 7
Before
right
the
away?
start of your turn.
Okay.
At the start of your turn, your vault drops back down to 10.
Okay. I'll go ahead and use 5.
All right, I will see your 5 and match them. You will take 4 more vitality.
Okay.
Philosophia. I can hit you, but I can't generate VP.
I know how that feels.
Right? Seriously, I got a surge in this next round.
All right, what's your...
9.
I
Yay, shield!
will hit your 9. Do you want to
Okay.
increase it?
No.
I will inspire
Oh.
her and be like, don't you dare let that peewee hit you.
How much you
I
giving
hit
me?
harder.
You.
I'll give her 5.
Cool.
Okay.
I will.
There is a correct number. I'm just letting you know.
I know.
There's a number that I'm willing to spend,
Uh-huh.
and above that I'm not willing to spend.
Uh-huh.
So the question is...
I'll increase it by 3.
All right, I will match
That takes me
your
to
3.
12.
So you'll take 4.
Should have been 4.
That was the number.
Okay, that was the one number that I was like, I feel like it's 4.
Who's going next? Oh wait, it's my turn to choose. The ones on Gemma and Ercol. Ercol?
Yeah, I mean,
Gemma, you are missed.
Let's go.
One of them actually, in trying to get you, leaps on... You don't know if it's leaping at you or if it's leaping on its wounded companion, but it kind of lands on its wounded companion and starts eating it.
Ew.
Cool.
I'll take it.
Is it gone?
So is one of the little ones
One
dead?
of the little ones is dead. The other ones attack Ercol. And one of them misses and one of them crits. So you hear you definitely hear sort of a tearing noise, and
Yeah, I see it.
you see it. This thing kind of takes a huge chunk out of Ercol's back,
Oh, not
and he does not scream.
I have concerns about the fact that he's not flinching or screaming.
Me too.
I'm going to.
My turn.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
It is my turn.
Who are you punching?
Well, more like, how safe do I want to play this? Do I want to try to flame the big guy?
Or get those 2 that are on you.
I mean, I could do that, but Gemma's hurting. Our fearless leader's hurting.
She is.
It's fine. Totally fine.
You've survived a lot.
I'm also not screaming with pain. I get beat up.
Fine, I'll flame at these 2 little ones by me. So I need a 19, y'all. And I don't even have to spend VP for that.
Don't get cocky.
I won't.
Because
There's
you
still
failed.
another
I'm just
number on
really
the die.
excited.
I know this is what you have desperately wanted
So
for
much.
months.
so much. I got a 3.
No, I'm just kidding.
Don't do that, Becca, because I see Gemma going up in smoke.
And then I'll use
Just add a
5 to overcome.
All right, they're going to use 3 to kind of...
Cool. I'll match it.
Okay. And then how many points of damage? Now remember, you can spend extra.
It does 5.
Okay.
Would 5 kill it, or do I need to spend more to kill it?
5 will kill it.
Great.
If she spends more, would it transfer damage onto the other one?
It definitely would.
I'll spend 2 more.
So that'll get you 1 extra point of damage.
Does it transfer?
The 1 point does, yes. So you bring your flame gun around, and it definitely just burns one of the little ones to the crisps, and then sort of singes lightly. Like maybe grazes one of the
Broils.
That's okay. It can see the
I feel like
deathly
broil would be
intent
a
in
lot
my eyes.
more.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Sear?
a creme brulee. It sears it.
Okay.
Yeah. This is Philosophia's
Caramelized?
true passion. So who's going next? You have the 2 big guys, and you have
Pastry's
Ercol.
hard.
Yeah, we'll let Ercol go.
All right. Roll in the dice box. All right, so he will hit and overcome their resistance, and he will kill another one.
Yes!
He
Go
just sort of
Ercol!
spears it through the head, and then is already turning towards the next one. Unfortunately, he has to pick the 2 big guys.
Yeah.
The one in front of you that is screaming in pain, you can see its eyes start to glow green, and your sword starts to pick up the green light in the mist blade.
That means good things.
That's totally natural.
Hits you with a 9. Or with 9 VP.
Spend more.
How much are
2.
you spending?
2.
I will match you for
I
2.
figured. But I'm making you spend them, and that's what's important.
You are. That critical hit that I got earlier, kind of, I'm feeling no pain now.
Wait, do you not have a vault cap?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just bigger. We had this discussion last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did. All right. So it hits you for 9.
Ouch!
Meh.
You're fine.
I can walk it off.
The other one, its head kind of rears up and the mandibles extend and it clicks them together and you can see that it's throwing sparks off.
Fire!
This creature is my soul buddy!
Oh,
In a very strange way, but y'all, it's fiery!
There have been several things said tonight. That one actually makes me uncomfortable.
Sorry.
It overcomes
Kotak,
your
maybe.
resistance.
Right?
Okay.
Are you increasing it at all?
I only have a weird point left.
Okay. All right.
Size.
Yeah.
So Gemma, Justia, and Ercol, like the flames seem to kind of and spread to all 3 of you. You take 3 points of vitality this round and are on fire. Fire!
This Gemma's on fire.
So
It is now the start of the round.
She's
Gemma's
dead.
dead.
Is she at 0?
Below 0.
We will
minus
see
1.
what happens.
Didn't you want to do deliverance?
I mean, I can do deliverance and it pops me back up to 16.
Do that.
What is deliverance, Gemma?
With your dying breath, you pray for the Pancreator's deliverance and receive it. So once per act, if you take vitality damage that would kill you, you can utter a prayer instead that recovers vitality equal to your surge rating, and it doesn't count against surges.
Nice.
So I'm glad I bumped my surge to 16.
Who's
Yeah.
going next? It's top of the round.
You can choose one of us.
Yeah, but then I just get disappointed when you steal it back from me. So I choose Ercol.
Okay.
Alright.
It's like the GM's decisions matter. Ercol will hit and kill the other one in front of him, and then start to shake it off. He's trying to put fire out.
Oh,
Stop, drop, and roll,
Right.
buddy. Stop, drop, and
that.
And then he will choose one of the big guys.
I feel like going.
I thought you might.
I'm going to surge.
All right.
And bump that bad boy up. Because I was really upsetting that I missed it by 1. Sweet. I will spend the 10 to overcome their resistance.
All right. I burned through a lot of VP last round.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. How many points of damage are you doing?
7.
Are you increasing it at all, or?
No. Because I don't have a VP person.
Shh.
All right. What's it look like?
Do I kill him?
You do?
Oh, sweet. So he was starting to scream and his eyes were turning green and my sword was turning green. So I just decided that all the green should go together. Not my hair. My hair was green too.
It's a different green.
And so I just decided to put my sword through his eyes.
Okay. It shudders and collapses in your blade because it doesn't have any real, right? It comes through the top of its head. And there doesn't seem to be a wound, but it's just lying there twitching on the ground.
Sweet. I will then turn and face... the other 3 there, I guess. Oh, can I take a quick glance to see what I bumped into? Is there, anything behind me? Okay. Cool. That's cool. Just get rid of these little ones.
I can only do one at a time.
Not if you dump more VP into it.
Fine. Try and use a flame gun toward the 3.
All right.
Oh, Bork.
It's just clicking right now. It's not actually flaming.
So it's a 20.
Click, 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 click.
That's not how 20s work.
Right.
How do you feel about your green hair?
I've already punched her in the face.
I don't know that I have any special attachment to it.
That's good.
All right, so you need to roll 2d20, and it is unfavorable.
For what?
So I choose
to
the
see
worst
if
roll?
You choose the worst of the 2 to see if it overheats.
13?
And 4.
So you gotta take the lower of the 2.
4.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sophia's hair.
No worries.
All right. Your gun, it does not explode,
Oh, that's good.
Oh, good. We're not mangled.
but it definitely overheats, and you cannot use it again until you
Fix it.
Cool it down.
cool it down,
That's
which is
happened
basically a
successfully.
standard action.
Okay.
All right, so you just see the not only the flame starts and then sort of guts, and then you can see the critical pressure, something jammed, and it's now going to explode unless you clear it. Who's next?
Gemma.
Okay,
All right, so you were on fire for a second, and then remembering the teachings of Sister Isabella, kind of stand back up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Ercol's nearby, right?
He is nearby. He has moved up on your right and is sort of guarding that flank.
Oh. Okay. So then I will attempt to punch some more little dudes with my fist.
Punch some little dudes with your fist.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was cheering you on.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. That was not supposed to be sarcastic.
Should I surge to bump it up? It's at a 14.
Maybe.
I feel like there's other things I'm gonna need to search for later.
That's a good
5. So I'll spend those 5 to punch it in the face.
All right, you punch it and it just...
Oh, wait. Hold on. If I spend 2, or if I spend 1, I can do 2 of the above benefits, and 1 is to drop its body resistance by 2. Math!
Okay, so you spend
So I spend 4.
4. All right, so that leaves you with 1.
And then I get to add an extra damage to it because I get to do 2
okay.
things. So I do 3 points of damage to
All right, that...
right in the kisser.
Yeah. There is now 1 left on you.
Okay.
Who's going next? I think it's just the little guys and the big guy left.
And Ercol.
No, he's already
Ercol
gone.
he went first.
little guys.
I learned. One of them is attacking you. He misses.
Good. He's afraid of my fists.
Probably.
And then there's the 5 on the other side.
Well, there's
There's
3
4.
here.
There's 4.
There's 1 here,
Yeah,
and the
4.
big guy.
4, so 2 and 2.
Cool.
One of them misses, and the other one eats him instead. Like,
Okay.
the one that was a little braised apparently smelled too good to resist. And one of the other ones leaps on it and devours the creature with it.
Cool.
The other 2 just scrape ineffectually against your armor.
Affectionately?
You can't really tell it's a symbiote. It could be definitely one of the 2.
Okay.
All right. At this point, it brings its club up in an arc. Its club
Mm-hmm.
thumper. And Gemma, call it even or odd.
Even.
All right. It hits Ercol.
Ercol.
Ercol. You guys put it in the head.
I did not.
I didn't say... I was not including you.
Oh. You just stared at me and said, you guys.
I wasn't trying to do it intentionally. It happened.
So 3. So he's going to spend his 3 to increase his resistance by 4. 12. All right, so he's going to spend 1.
Enjoy betting against yourself.
It's really weird to like manipulate all of these chips behind it. Ercol catches the thing, the limb on his sword, and it forces him to the ground, and you definitely hear something snap.
Ow.
I'm gonna pick Philosophia to go next at the top of the round.
Cool, I'm going to turn around and hit the big guy.
Go for it.
Alright, I will spend the 10 to overcome his resistance.
All right, you hit him.
7.
All right. He is still up, but just barely. You sever the arm that has all of the cables and the fluid projectors.
Cool.
Okay.
Who's
Go,
going
Gemma.
next?
I will... there's still that little annoying butt on me. I'm gonna go for the big one that's on Ercol.
Okay. Do any of you have weird points, by the way?
Yes.
Okay, just wondering.
Nope.
I don't like that question.
Okay.
Why?
I'm gonna use my sword this time. So 8. No. Yeah. Okay. Math. Right. Well, I was trying to do. Yes. Okay. So 7 is 15 plus 1 is 16. 11.
Okay. You hit.
And how many? I have to spend 10 to hit
Well,
him?
in your case, you'd have to spend 9 because you spend 1 VP to reduce his body resistance by 2.
That's
That
true.
Oh, it's with Mantalk. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes, you would have to spend 10.
Okay, I do 6 with my sword.
All right. What's it look like?
What is pinning Ercol to the ground?
The thumpy
Weird.
limb.
Flesh.
Yeah.
Chop it off.
All right.
I just come down on the shoulder and try and...
All right. It's so heavy and massive that it stays upright on the ground, even though the creature falls.
Can I kick it over for flavor?
Sure, you kick it over for flavor.
Flavor.
Who's going next?
Ercol.
He's unconscious.
Just
Okay. I will use my sawed-off shotgun.
To shoot at what? The ones between us?
I don't have anything else.
No, it's fine. Whatever.
It's either that or frag grenades. I figured it would do less damage.
The pancreator saved me.
Don't ever stand there just in a fight. Just give her like a good 100 feet radius.
What are you doing, Justia?
It's fine.
Oh, can I put myself out?
I mean, I can move
Wasn't I-
so I
oh,
can
no, I
shoot
wasn't. Okay,
this
never
way.
mind. Yeah, maybe move so you're not shooting right.
Yeah, I'm gonna move a little bit so I'm not shooting at Sophia and shoot.
That seems
Appreciate
like
that.
a really great decision.
I appreciate that.
Shoot my shotgun. And I want to use gunslinger for this one because my rate of fire can be 2.
Yep.
I feel like
Okay.
Philosophia has like just a constant headache.
Come on, you know you love me.
I feel like the phrase loose cannon was uttered about just you.
The thing is she's so OCD about everything else in her life. It's like, what?
I gotta let go sometime, guys.
Cut loose.
Switch got flipped.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Hashtag cannon.
So
All right, so what's your roll?
the roll is 16 plus
Do the
2
math.
is an 18.
Okay.
15.
All right.
So this one says you may attempt an immediate bonus primary action shot.
So you can you make another attack roll.
13.
Okay.
Do I get all that VP?
You got to keep reading.
Okay. The target's body resistance is then lowered by an amount equal to the damage inflicted by the first attack. Damage is 7.
Okay. So how much are you? So basically, let's resolve the first attack.
Mhm.
So you got your 15.
Yep.
How much are you spending to overcome its body resistance?
5.
All right. It's going to spend 5 to up it to 10.
I'll spend 5 more.
Okay. So it leaves you with 5 left.
Yep.
So what's the damage on your primary shot?
7.
Okay, so that kills one,
Uh-huh.
and your second one will reduce its body resistance by 7
So to 0.
to 0. So
Until you spend.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to kill 2 of them.
Great. Nicely done.
How much VP do I have left?
It's just you don't. So it's just you would spend it on the second roll, but it auto kills them. So it's just what you have left from the first attack.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, so it's their 2 little ones left.
No, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
One
Gemma?
by her and one by me.
You got 5. I don't think I have enough to overcome your. I don't have enough to overcome your body resistance. And I miss with the other one. So we're going to say that with these last 2, you guys are pretty much guaranteed to mop up the 2 little guys.
Uh-huh.
Great.
And we will deal with the aftermath when we come back
I'm
from
gonna
break.
fireman carry Ercol out of here.
All
You
right.
don't want me to do a remedy on him?
Well, I
or
mean,
anything?
yeah, but then
Okay.
I'll
I
fireman
think they'll
carry
need
him out.
that.
So we will be back in 20 minutes. We're going to take our break. You're watching Fading Suns. This is Operation Ravenwatch Part 4 of... Smashed a attack by symbiotes. Ercol lies kind of in a small crater where he was driven to the ground.
You
What's
would
the
like
plan?
to fix that? Remedy him? For the rest of us, excuse me, for remedy, that doesn't give us a revivals. That just kind of gives us a...
So basically, you make a hard remedy roll, and anything you generate after 4 victory points, they convert 2 to 1 to vitality.
Okay.
Is anything else coming?
You definitely still hear things moving in the forest.
Do you want to carry him out of here before you remedy him?
How long would it take if I have a med kit?
It's instantaneous.
Okay, then I will try. So it's what plus remedy?
Wits plus remedy. Makes it favorable for you with the med kit.
Sorry, Ercol.
I need to fix my gun.
You
I'll
can clear
inspire
it as
you.
a standard action, like
Right.
primary action.
Get me to 11.
Gets you to 11.
Oh, 4. Successful.
Okay.
Is that at least enough to stabilize him?
He is definitely stabilized.
Okay, great. And let's...
Boogie woogie.
I'm gonna put him on my back. And
Okay.
we're gonna try and follow... Can we keep following his footprints out?
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Okay. You spent enough VP on your perception roll to kind of see that. You look back and you can still kind of see, like, the opening to the forest several hundred yards back, and you can see kind of the path back up, that point where on your briefing where it was called the gates of the summit, right, where the path kind of comes up that last little bit, that narrow arc that kind of makes it look like, it almost looks like a crown at the top of it, right before you would actually crest the summit. And turning around, you've cleared your gun.
Is there anything on these symbiotes? Like, if I kick through them, do I notice anything?
Not really.
Okay.
They tend to have been all bioorganic, and as you are running, I do need a endurance plus vigor roll from all of you.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
This is what happens when you don't have any VP to bump your stats.
What's your endurance plus vigor?
13.
Okay, so that's still...
It's decent.
Yeah.
But I needed, 2 higher than that.
Just 1 higher. Darn you, Ercol.
All right, so you guys go running, following the path. Really, you got to stay within line of sight of Gemma. She's the one who has light right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Kind of cast
Yes.
on the forest floor in front of you. Following the path of what looks to be mostly human footprints, you end up exiting the foliage into... You start to see that this is now like... It looks like paved... They're here for you. It looks like paved streets, like you would, like you saw in Lemminkainen and Byzantium Secundus, but it's cracked. There are large gnarled roots that have broken through, what is basically bonded concrete, and should not have taken over nearly as quickly as it did. But as you were sort of heading it, you've now exited kind of the forest and entered into the city proper. And you can see that there is a lot more differentiation here now that you've come off of the mountain. There are buildings, there are kind of vine-encrusted buildings, places where it definitely looks like the trees have sort of pulled walls down. There are strange scorch marks in various places, like long, broad char marks, kind of reminiscent of what the forest floor looked like after those tripod creatures attacked you. You can see off in the distance is the small cathedral, which is the one from your vision, that seems to be inviolate. And yeah, at this point, do
we know anywhere else to go?
Just the...
Right besides the cathedral.
ABU 002.
But he didn't tell us where that was.
No.
Yeah, so we don't know where else to go besides the cathedral.
You have not heard any sounds of being following you for about the last 5 or 6 minutes once you get into the city proper.
Okay. And I guess we're going to...
Do you want to go to the cathedral, or do you want to just find another house to, like, stash it?
I mean, if the cathedral's untouched, there's probably a reason it's untouched, so maybe going there.
Okay,
I like it.
cool.
Unless you think we should find a house.
Now, Beck is sitting here going, sweet, you had a vision of the cathedral getting overrun, so as soon as we go to the cathedral, that's when that's going to happen. But, you know, fellow Sophia has no idea, so cathedral's a great place to go.
Is that where you're headed?
Oh, squad leader. Squad.
I don't know. I guess we'll head towards it and see if we see anything.
Okay.
See if there seem to be any other buildings that indicate that there's people in them.
Okay. As you are moving through sort of this overgrown post-apocalyptic city, you were struck most by the things that don't seem to have been affected, right? The sign that shows like an inn, like a traveler's way station, that's the sign still kind of sticks out and hangs down over the street, even though most of the building has been pulled down and collapsed. You see the sign for the Sanctuary Aeon temple, but it's just sort of the front of the building. Like the rest is just rubble and like this massive roots that has kind of grown down. You do have to step over several large roots that they creak as you get close to them, as if they're sort of moving in the concrete, but very, very slowly. And the cathedral sort of draws ever closer.
Strongest urge to stab one of those, but I will hold off.
I wanted to flame it.
Two are showing remarkable restraint. But eventually, there's really no other signs at this point. You make it to the cathedral. The gates look like they have been blocked up. Boxes and it actually looks like a big bonfire sort of blocks 80% of the portal, but you can see lots of smoke char above and to the sides. It looks like this is not the first massive fire that has been kind of lit here in the gate.
Does it look like there's any way in other than the main gate?
Give me an observation plus perception roll.
8.
How much would you like to spend?
6.
Okay, you definitely find another way in. Okay. There's a small side gate. You know where to look. The roots and the vines and the strange, like, again, they're definitely more fleshy plant-like. Have sort of overgrown it, but you know where to look. And so if you want to, you could just chop through this stuff and get in through the small gate.
Do you want to chop it?
Sure, I will chop it.
All right. Your mist sword, as it's kind of weird. As you come in with it, it definitely looks like the vines sort of retreat as much as they're able right before your sword strikes. And they just sort of blacken and curl and pull away, and soon you've hacked free one of the penitent gates into the cathedral.
Do we knock first or just open?
We don't knock. See if there's any. Okay, we'll try and go in.
Okay. There's 3 of you. I'm not going to make you roll, as 3 of the battle order can. 2, and with a loud, breaking up, like splintering of the wood, you get the door open. The courtyard is it stands starkly normal. Like none of the vines have come over the walls. There's no bodies. The ground is whole, and the church stands there.
Is there any large pieces of rock or a bench that I can use to wedge this gate shut again?
Sure.
Alright, so I'll put the gate back, and then I'll get a bench, wedge it in,
Okay.
and make sure that it would take 3 more battle order to get back through the gate.
You can't repair it that well.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, but like it would take. I mean, it's not
Significant force.
locked, but it'll take force. Like,
yeah, you got it. You got it
wedge it.
wedged as best as you're able.
Okay. Head towards the cathedral.
All right. As you get like halfway across the courtyard towards the cathedral, half a dozen people come out, and they all have what look to be very jury-rigged flamethrowers, kind of all together, and they're pointing them right at you.
Oh, that's cute.
Who are you?
I got one too.
They're now all pointing at her.
We have Ercol. We're here to get you out.
You just got it. It was right. What happened to him?
We were attacked. Someone kind of
Sister
squashed
Gemma
him.
saved his life.
And who are you?
My name is Sister Gemma.
Battle order?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
We got your distress call, and we came to see if we can get you out of here.
We're here to save you. And by we, I mean she.
How do I know that you're not infected?
I don't know.
How would you check?
Wait 12 hours and see if you started sprouting things.
Ooh, okay.
Work on healing in that time.
Or, you know. You got any other ways to find out?
You need to speak with Elena. She was the one who sent a foolish message. And Ercol supported her.
Okay. Do you want to bring her out, or may we come in?
You can come in. Don't try anything. I don't care what armor you're wearing. This will eat into it.
I don't doubt that.
And they kind of flank
Say,
either side
Can
of
I
the
get
door.
closer to one of the flamethrowers to look at it?
Sure.
They're so
Alright. Get
awesome.
closer. What kind of fuel you got in there?
Shuttle fuel. That's, like, you're not the brightest bulb
No!
on the ship.
That sounds like a terrible
It
idea.
is a horrible idea.
Yeah. Like, and that was my response. That was like, you serious? Sorry.
You are convinced that if it doesn't kill the person who's pulling the trigger,
Yeah.
it would roast Justia in her armor.
Yeah, well. Dude, if you want to live longer, I mean, can you pull the trigger farther away from that? Like, can you, like, step back and still pull the trigger? Because you're, like, gonna go up in flames.
Listen! I know what I'm doing!
I'm sure you do. Sir.
Philosophia. Why are you trying to help
You're
him?
fine.
I'm just gonna walk into the cathedral.
Okay. You're having this discussion outside?
I'm totally having this discussion outside. I really wish I had, like, more just random weapons on my person than what I do, because I would totally give away something and be like, this isn't gonna blow up in your face, but I don't
This
have
one hasn't
anything.
blown up on me yet.
How many times have you used it?
12.
Okay, gravy. 13's the worst.
You can see that his hand is like just a
Yeah.
mass of scars.
Yeah. Dude. You got any more?
Kind of looks around at the other 5 people.
I mean, besides you 6.
Are you trying to pump me for information? Because it won't work!
No.
I'm
No.
lucky.
You're what?
Lucky?
Hi, Lucky.
It's not my name, I'm lucky.
Oh.
It's an adjective.
My name is Philosophia. You can call me Fia.
Willie.
Willie. Lucky Willie. Willie Lucky?
It's William. Short for
you
William.
Willie Lucky?
He pulls the trigger.
He doesn't!
He decides that this conversation is just too much.
Now,
Sorry,
where is he
I'm
putting
sorry.
it when he
I'm
pulls the trigger? Himself or
His luck. His luck holds.
Sorry.
William.
William.
Yes.
Philosophia?
Apparently.
Okay. Anyway,
Oh, lucky Bill.
nice to meet you.
Charmed.
I don't suppose you got any, like, med packs?
Not trying to steal my med packs, are you?
No, it's fine.
William.
We're gonna just...
Yes, we have med packs.
Once we
Come
get
on
inside,
in.
I'll try.
Oh,
I can try
okay,
and-
good. I was about to say, I'm just gonna sit down if he's not, like... Oh, you got med packs. Sweet. William, I'd be honored if you were the escort to make sure I behaved myself. In here.
He kind of lowers his gun. Pats you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Listen, before you start getting any ideas, that one there,
Uh-huh.
we've been married 17 years. And I know
Congratulations. What's your wife's name?
Sonora.
Sonora. Sonora, you can escort me too. I don't care. I mean,
gone in the
congratulations.
cathedrals. Who's this a cathedral to? I don't remember.
It's just a cathedral to the pan creator. Or as our chat said, the pancake creator. Which is that thing you fought in the forest.
Pancakes.
Are there any saint alcoves in here?
There's a half dozen Saint alcoves. They're sort of the like the prophet's disciples, right? And then the prophet himself. This seems to be more of you don't know who it's dedicated to, but it is more of a Orthodox cathedral.
Okay.
I'm Sonora. I will send for Elena. She's not here. She's with one of the other groups in the city.
Do you mind if I try and patch my people up while we wait?
We'll see what supplies we have for you. We all heard that giggle.
Yes, we
Okay,
did.
cool. All right. They hand out med supplies.
Okay.
Do you want our doctor to look at you?
I mean,
Sure.
yes. You're probably a lot better than I am.
Well, doctor will double ones for you, so you're really tough to heal. Sorry.
I'm not gonna kill Gemma, Maddie, on this side mission. I promise, Maddie.
I don't think I said those words at all.
You did.
You did.
4. You
Thank
get
you.
4 vitality back. That doesn't sound like me at all. You get 3 vitality back.
Sweet.
And 3 to Ercol.
Can I try and heal myself?
You may only have treat wounds done on you once. You may only be treated with remedy once.
Cool.
Is Harmonia the one with loving prayer?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, yay.
But they bring Ercol around.
Okay. Cool.
I will send for Elena. She will speak with you. She speaks for all of us.
Yeah, my conversation with William has gone into, so you got any kids? Tell me about yourself. What's going on? Like...
While we wait.
You're not going to be trying to steal my... No.
Gemma will go and inspect each of the Saint alcoves,
Okay.
seeing if she sees any sign of Beatrice. Because that's what she does.
Right. So give me a faith plus observe roll. So they're patching you up. Ercol wakes up. William brings you something to drink.
Righteous.
It smells a lot like that stuff that got sprayed on the other three.
Cool. It'll get me drunk.
Oh, it definitely will get you drunk. I mean, you might need more of it then.
I don't know if the boss would approve anyway.
There's no rules here on Absolution.
That one's gonna work on Philosophia for a little bit.
Not that you can tell. It seems to be a pretty... And when I say average, right, each one of these is its own unique work of art, from the way they lay out the crypts all the way to the top of the roof and all the flying buttresses and the way they shape everything. But it is, like, iconograph-wise, what you would expect from a much smaller chapel. So it's really just the prophet's miracles, the disciples, that sort of thing.
Okay. Then she'll just spend the rest of the time at lighting a candle and praying.
Okay. So what is your plan to get us off this planet?
Well, we have ships coming. We just have to get to them.
Where do we have to go?
The top of Mount... What's its face? Santabella.
I mean, we can try and bring them in, but there's no guarantee they wouldn't be taken down.
I don't know that there's any place to land in the city anymore. I can't believe Ercol was right. We're here.
By the way, what's going on with Ercol?
What do you mean?
He doesn't seem normal.
He is a good man, but he does not see the world the same way that the rest of us do. And he is disciplined is perhaps the best way that I can say it. He does things that I do not understand. He says they're just the way he was taught and what he can do with what he is given. He does not speak much of it. But I went and checked on his wounds, and they do not bleed as much as they should.
He also wasn't crying out in pain as much as he should.
As I said, the man is his discipline outstrips mine, to say the least. There was a monastery of the one of the church orders, the one that are more typically known for Thurgic, Thurgic powers. He claims that he has no clergy. As I said, I'm not saying he's a liar. He just does things that I cannot explain. The vision started several months ago. He did not know if they were dreams or what. I tried to stop him from sharing them because the one thing that you cannot have on Absolution is hope.
What were the visions?
The fact that you are here is one of them. He swore up and down that someone was coming to get us off of this planet. Convinced Elena to send the message, despite the cost that he knew it would suffer. And when he said that he had to go meet those who were coming, I assumed he was walking off into the forest to die. No one comes back from the mountain. As I said, he does things that others cannot. I cannot explain it. Yes. I will have food. How soon do we need to be ready? Elena says it will be several hours before she can make it here.
We'll be at least an hour before the transport ships can get back.
And they've got to, it's going to take them a while to...
Mm-hmm. Can we still calm them?
Yeah.
Can we just ask if they have an ETA of...
Emerson's the one who responds. We found 3 more explosive devices. Are you in immediate need of evac?
Not at the moment. We've made it to the cathedral. We seem to be safe for the time being.
Right. I will keep you updated. I will let you know as soon as the dropships leave. Our best pilots are saying that you're looking at about a 60-minute journey in system. They can land 3 transports at a time on the top of the mountain. Each one can take about 15 people. So we're looking at least 3 rotations. We have the dropships, assuming no more of them come with explosives on them. Everyone we find, we're working on taking them out. If things get worse, you give me a call. We'll just rotate them out as quickly as we can. But I'd rather do it all in one chunk, because as soon as they know we're coming.
Okay. So I'll say we have some time. We don't need to, unless something becomes pressing, we can stay for a while.
Can we get everybody into one spot so we don't have to go and pick them up throughout the city?
Is that possible?
I mean, we could bring them here. I will call the other enclaves and see what we can do. The tunnels are mostly safe, but it may take them some time to get here.
I'd prefer to all move in one group.
As best as possible.
Alright.
I'm sure William's a delight to talk to once he gets over the fact that I'm not going to steal his name, his sword, his gun, his wife, his children, his dog, his whatever.
His clothes.
Clothes.
His socks.
Shoes.
If Ercol ever comes to, I'd love to chat with him about his visions, but I also know he's probably going to be out for a while.
He is. Do you guys want to take a respite?
Yes.
Sure.
Alright, so you guys all need to give me a vigor plus endurance roll.
13.
Aha! Sweet.
Okay. So don't forget, you can spend your revivals.
Uh-huh.
And you recover your revivals and surges with a respite.
Okay.
So spend one and then get it back.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And then do you have that VP? If I'm successful, do I get that VP or no?
No, it's just
Okay, cool. Yay! Nope, I did not add that right. It's fine. It's not a long day. Hey.
Alright.
Go
So,
health.
over the next several hours, people start coming in. Small groups. They tend to be like 3 or 4 families. All of them possess either like flame weapons or when I say makeshift grenades, I mean like
Yikes.
ball bearings taped to what seems to be a battery, and everything here has been stripped and jury rigged.
Cool. Can I help improve any of their weapons?
I mean, if you would like to, that would be a wits plus tech redemption roll.
Checks over here.
That's a 5.
16.
We'll try.
Okay.
If you fail,
It makes it worse.
It will render them inert. These are not designed to be like
Tampered
slugged through the field. These are designed to hopefully work once.
Well, I don't really feel like I need to improve upon their grenades, quote unquote. It's more of, can I help their flame guns so that we don't die from them using them?
They are very volatile. So if you make this roll and you do not succeed, your best case scenario is it doesn't work and you don't have one in between now and when you get off planet.
don't bother.
Okay.
I would like to spend what time that I'm not asleep, watching the door that we came through.
Okay.
Because once you breach something, that's the weak link. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're sitting up watching that. You're going to talk to Ercol. What are you going to do?
I guess I'll just explore the cathedral.
Okay.
See if there's anything interesting I can find.
All right. So, you can see that the cathedral has basically been converted into housing. Much of the side chambers look like they're lived in. The access to the catacombs has been turned into kind of like food storage. You're not sure where they're getting food, but food storage. Nothing breaches the gate whatsoever.
Do I hear anything? Like outside on the other side?
You do hear things moving outside on the other side of the wall.
Okay. Sit there and I talk to William, and when he's not there, I stare at the door.
William, come and talk with you.
Cool. Chat about things. Life. How
He
many
used to
times
be
I've punched a superior officer. I haven't punched this one yet. She's kind of cool, I guess.
He used to be a engineers guild
No way.
journeyman. He's the one who's been building all of this stuff.
Cool. Can he help me with his maths?
With the what?
With the maths. I heard if I take off my boots, I can get to 20.
I mean,
I'm just kidding. I don't ask that because I don't look dumb.
he makes you a rudimentary abacus with wire and nuts and bolts and sets it on your forearm. You're not trying to use it, but the beads slide back and forth.
I just made a best friend, guys. I made a friend, Gemma. I didn't make those before.
I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy for you.
All right, Ercol wakes up about 3 hours later. You get hourly updates. They've found a total of 7 bombs on the dropships. They're working on, Emerson is very hopeful that once they get the first one diffused, they'll know how to diffuse the rest of them. But they're probably an hour out from the first one being diffused. And so they kind of gives you updates every hour. Emerson's very punctual.
Okay.
All right. I heard you carried me back.
Yes.
I'm grateful for that. You bandaged me up.
I attempted. I'm not the best.
I apologize for falling in battle. That was...
You and me, but embarrassing. What if we just don't talk about it?
I'm not there, so.
It's fair. We should look at our failures and our flaws in the eye and identify them. But if you do not wish to speak of it, I will just introspectively
No, let's talk about
review
it.
what happened.
Where did you fall short?
I do not know.
Where did you fall short?
But
I'm really
your crew,
philosophical.
your squad seems to have rallied around you. I was
They're a
not
good
sure
crew.
of them when they landed.
They talk a lot, but when it comes down to it, they're solid.
And what about you? What brought you here?
Well, a combination of things. Seem like sprouting things as we're talking.
He is not sprouting things as you're talking.
Have we sprouted anything?
Not that you've noticed, but you haven't checked.
Mostly devotion has brought me here.
To what?
To the saints of my order, and to the idea of light.
When you say the saints of your order, you do not say them with conviction like you do when you say to the light.
Because I'm still figuring out Isabella. I did not plan to come to the place where she emanated.
Ah, so she has been sainted.
Yes.
It seems like a poor decision to have people idolize someone who immolated themselves even to save others.
That's the hesitation. I don't know if I can follow in her footsteps. But bringing light to dark places...
That is a worthy goal.
That feels in some ways easier than lighting the match, so to speak.
Yes. I have seen much light in my visions.
What, if you don't mind me asking, what were your visions?
I saw a great hand reach out from the darkness between stars and cup Byzantium Secundus in its palm before crushing it. I saw a bowl of flame and a woman made of stone fall in line behind a ray of light, and the stone cracked, and the flames were extinguished. They followed the path set before them. I saw a woman of light racing across the arc of the world, igniting stars behind her. I saw the symbiotes completely overrun the world. Then I saw Elena send a message. Did you arrive as you did yesterday?
Do you have any idea of what they represent, what they mean?
Some. The one about you and the message were very clear. And I believe the one about the bull and the stone.
Bull or bull?
Bull is about your squad. As for the Hand of Darkness and the Woman of Light, I do not know yet.
I cannot help you with the hand, but I know the Woman of Light you speak of.
You do? Who is she?
On the other side of, and I make sure there's not a lot of people standing around. I maybe, if he's able, and ambulatory.
He is ambulatory.
Find an alcove that doesn't echo, that we can chat in. She is a woman who has been sainted. Her name in life was Beatrice. Known as the Lady of Light. And by chance, I have been following her across the stars. This feels like a diversion from that, but at the same time, this is very similar to another planet that we landed on, where she is actually interred. And even in death, still fighting the darkness.
One can only hope. That holds true for the rest of us.
But this is her mark, and I show him my very crudely carved.
His eyes kind of go wide. I'll be right back. And about 5 minutes later, he comes back with a piece of wood that has like a wood burning of the same mark. I saw this in my vision.
That is her mark. So it looks like he made it?
Yeah. It's not crude. Like it's.
Look, I only have
I know you're not.
Not an artist.
You had your sword and you're like.
Oh yeah, that's kind of close.
Man, if only you'd ask somebody else to do it.
Are you an artist?
No.
At this point, Sonora comes in. She says, "Everyone is here, but Elena and her children. She was supposed to arrive first. We have not heard from her."
Does she happen to live in ABU 008?
It is between here and where she stays.
Cool.
Why? How do you know about the agricultural?
Bunker unit?
So...
Close.
I too have had visions, and it was in one of mine, a family trapped in that particular unit.
They're trapped. At this point, outside, you start to hear, and things start you can see heads kind of poking up over the wall, mandibled, too many eyes.
Gemma?
Yep.
Justia? They're here.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Who's up for round 2?
William, can you shoot a gun?
Of course we can. That's what I built them for.
Can you shoot this? I pull out my heavy revolver.
I mean, yes,
Will it kill them?
if you put enough of them in it.
Go for it.
All right, so you guys are setting up outside.
Mhm.
We have to get Elena and her children.
Absolutely.
Go with me. We got this. Go with me. Ercol.
He reaches out tentatively and traces the jump guide cross on your forehead. And you feel vitality flow back into you, and you heal for 10 vitality.
Okay.
And you're calmly... Gemma, we're all clear. We're starting the launch.
Good.
You got about an hour till we touch down.
That's how long it'll take us to get up there.
We are
Get past all these
currently surrounded. We are going to do our best to get to you. I'm going to be sending Justia and Philosophia to you with the first round. I'm going to go look for the stragglers.
Pancreator be with you. And it goes dead. And that is where we will pick up next week. In what may be the final section of
These philosophy
Operation
yeah.
Ravenwatch. So, thank you guys for playing. Thank you for watching. We'll be back in a week with more Fading Suns. I hope you are enjoying it. I'm really excited. Can't wait.
Good times.
So, we'll see you in a week. Thank you for watching. We are Iconic Production. This is for Ulisses Spiele. Fading Suns is a just fantastic role-playing game that's going to be coming out shortly. We will keep you updated as soon as we find out anything that we can share. So, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for playing.